All right, so we'll give that some time to make sure it actually starts recording like for real. You guys all right?
I'm doing fine.
Okay then. Way to fill the airtime.
Oh.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
Not! That's... No, wait, that was Small World.
Yeah. He didn't want to hear about It's a Small World because there's two thoughts. First is it's just a really annoying, repetitive song. Second thing is I've just been named king of the world. What do I not want to hear about? How small it is.
After all. Anyway, okay.
I'm gonna be there. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and Mike is not available. Is available. Is not available. Is available next week. And I didn't actually read any of those emails because, like, before I got a chance to read it, you sent the next one, so I'd only seen, like, the notification. I was like, oh, okay. And then a little while later, it was like, oh, okay. What?
Keep up, Chewie.
I can't. I like the way that I'm the one person who, like, lives by my email. I send an email to these two, or these three, the other, dorks, and don't get any responses for, like, days sometimes. And I'm like, okay. And the one time I don't check my email, I gotta catch crap for it.
Hey, what's up with that, man? Come on. What are you trying to watch a movie or something?
Who are these people? Anyway, all right, let's go. Is that number right? That number's right? Let's go to themanapool.com. That
Let's
number
not
is
until
right.
we did.
No, already did.
Oh.
Oh, look at Solkanor in the thumbnail. He's so cute. Okay. Here we go. Ow, jam! Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mana Pool. This is episode 535 of the Mana Pool, and that is a palindrome.
Aren't they endangered?
I haven't seen a good new one in quite a while. You might have something there.
Oh my god. I hate you both. So I'm Chewie, the lead dork, and I hate these other two dorks. Dorks, hi.
Hi, I'm Brian. I'm the lead rambler, tangent master of the group, and apparently Chewie hates me. And I'm okay with that. Or maybe I'm not. I don't know. I have to think about it.
I'm Mike. I'm the rules guy and the game lore guy, and apparently Chewie hates me too, which is a little disturbing, but I'll just have to get over it.
And as you can tell, there is no Dirk. Dirk is not with us tonight because it is Dirk's anniversary.
Yeah. 10-year anniversary.
Yay! Did you guys send him a happy anniversary message?
I forgot.
You guys
I will in just a minute, because I'm a good friend.
It is also Brian Prilliman's birthday. So there's a thing that they share.
Huh.
He's 106 in attitude. I don't actually know how old he is in real life, because that doesn't matter. But, yes, 535 of the Mana Pool, and we are sans Dirk. So, I get the feeling Dirk gets to win this week, because we've decided to do another Mythic Conscription. And this week, because at some point recently we decided to just start at the beginning and work our way forward.
Mm-hmm.
less confusing that way.
Yeah, this week it's Fallen Empires.
I'll try not to sound so excited, Chewy.
Man,
This week it's Fallen Empires.
Fallen Empire.
I got your.
It sounds like an
effing
expansion for
Empires right
Civilization.
here. I've never played any of the Civilization game.
Dirk has.
Oh, Dirk, what do you think about that?
Womp womp.
So Fallen Empires, I was not playing at that time. I think you guys were. I know Mike was. Dirk, not Dirk. I'm gonna do that all episode. Chewy, were you actually playing at that point?
I mean, I was playing while Fallen Empires was still sold in stores. Because Homelands was my first new set release. God help us all.
Yeah, Fallen Empires was in stores for a while. I think I've
Because
told
they
this anecdote.
overprinted
Yeah,
by a lot.
yeah, I think I've told this anecdote before, but might as well throw it out there again. So, for the first several Magic sets, they sold out extremely quickly, like nearly immediately. Like they would print something that they thought was a 3 to 6 month supply, and it was sold out at the source, in a matter of weeks. And the distributors knew about this, and they knew that the printer at the time that was contracted with, well, at the time they were still trying to ramp up to the volumes that they needed to fulfill the demand, and they just couldn't always meet it. So the distributors would purposefully put in orders for more than they thought they would need, so that they would get a decent share of whatever wizards in the printer were actually able to produce.
Right.
And when it came around to Fallen Empires, Wizards was like, okay, so we know we had problems with this before, but this time, for real, we're serious. We actually are going to be able to print to demand. And the distributors were like, no, you're not. And Wizards was like, yeah, I'm serious, okay? If you tell us you want X cases, you're going to get X cases. We're going to print to demand this time. We're going to be able to do it.
Because what was going on before?
Yeah, like I was saying, what was going on before was that, you might order, I'm just throwing numbers out here, you might order 5 cases and just get 3, because that's all that was available. That's all they were able to produce, something like that. So that's why they were purposefully overstating their orders, so they would get something closer to what they actually wanted. Yeah. So the people put in their orders, and Wizards printed to orders, and there were a lot of packs of Fallen Empires. Like a lot.
Like a lot.
Like a lot?
A lot.
So everybody had all the Fallen Empires they could ever want.
Yeah.
And then some.
The problem is that only a few cards in Fallen Empires actually matter.
I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff in here. There's a lot of junk too, but it's interesting. This is where Thalids first showed up. That's awesome. In all their original clunky glory, that was still fun.
Yeah, and you can tell the limited wasn't a thing at the time because, as Mike and I learned trying to play some Fallen Empires, Winston or Winchester, whichever we did back then.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare to play in limited because there's, one removal spell, maybe 2?
There's one...
and there's no evasion of any sort.
I hesitate to say there's one removal spell. I can't think of what it is, if there is one. Like, I guess Iola Pile counts, but I don't know what the other one would be. But yeah, and like, there's no evasion. Like, there's a couple of crummy landwalk cards. There's only 2 cards in the set that have the word flying printed on them. One of them is Goblin Kites, which isn't too bad, but it's not great.
No.
And the other is a creature with Island Home.
Flying an Island Home?
Yes. And First Strike. But, yeah, and so many creatures have toughness greater than power, and there are no combat tricks.
So yeah.
Except for like Elven Liar. And it's just so... Okay, there are some combat tricks. Most of them are defensive.
Yeah.
And it's just a miserable experience if you don't have anything else in the mix. I remember one Winston draft that Gabe and I played. We got through the first game, and after the first game, Gabe just started taking his deck apart. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. It's
So,
not
yeah.
worth playing anymore. We would not be entertaining ourselves if we did that.
Yeah, like, it's bad when someone says, you know, I'd rather watch The Room. So,
What if you had it on in the background while you were drafting?
then you would slowly stop playing and just watch The Room, because it's that bad. But, so...
I did not draft it. I did not. Why Chewy?
In the intervening years, Fallen Empires has come to be known as just a bad set. Like, it's got a few things that people love, and it's got him to Tarak, which only bastards love.
Yeah, it was... I remember at some Grand Prix or Pro Tour or Invitational event, it was like banned for that event by popular demand of the pros that were playing there.
That's funny.
Which you couldn't think about if somebody tried to make that kind of a statement today.
Oh, they do. They just call for it to be banned for everybody, constantly, all the time, because it's going to break formats or something. Because Magic players are stupid. But this isn't Monday Night Magic, so I'm not going to go off on that again.
Well, but I'm not talking about the masses. I'm talking about a substantial portion of the actual pro circuit.
Yeah, so am I.
Oh. Well, all right then. I don't follow pro play enough, so.
Well, that's okay. It's probably not going to be around for very many more years. So,
That escalated quickly.
well, you know.
Yeah, they're changing the program again.
Oh, I'm familiar with the changes and the Magic Fests stuff. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. What is here is Fallen Empires, and Chewy can't is chomping at the bit.
Yeah, can you tell I'm stalling because I really don't want to do it?
So we had a brief discussion before we got started recording about how we wanted to approach this. Just about every time with Mythic Conscription, we have gone color by color and talked about, all right, in white, what do we think could be Mythic, in blue, etc., etc. And we're looking at the set, and it may just be easier for us to just start saying, just what do you think is Mythic in general, like in the whole set? Because the discussion does not necessarily need to be like 5 minutes per color or 3 minutes per color necessarily.
Yeah.
So, although I will say that right off the bat, Hand of Justice, I think, could possibly be Mythic for the set in the time that it was printed.
Yes.
I agree.
It's literally one of the only removal spells in the set, as we said.
That's right. I forgot about this guy.
So let me pull up the Oracle text, just to make this a little easier. So for 5 and a white, he's an avatar now. At the time, he was also an avatar then.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
was gonna say,
Avatar.
yep.
He's a 2/6, and his ability is tap 3 untapped white creatures you control, destroy target creature.
Yeah.
It's interesting that his printed text has you target the creatures you're tapping. Obviously, when they clarified that for the Oracle text, you don't have to target the creatures you are tapping to destroy. But so I think, this is a card that I saw in somebody's deck when I was starting to play around Apocalypse and Odyssey. So not that it's like amazing, but it's removal on a stick, and if you can get enough stuff out, and if the opponent can't answer it, it can literally take over the game. And at the time that it was printed. Well, again, I'm leaning a little more on you guys because I wasn't around, but this feels like it could have been fairly powerful. So, and Mythic is not necessarily about power, but you know, the ability, if you had him and the requisite number of white creatures, to just be like, that's dead, that's dead, feels pretty Mythic to me. But what do you guys think?
Yeah, especially when you're playing at the level where everyone's deck is just a pile of cards. Like I'm certain that I had my hand of justice in whatever white deck I had at the time that you were learning to play, Brian. So maybe you saw it. Maybe you saw me play it or something.
That there's a distinct possibility of that. Yeah.
But yeah, just point at that, kill it, and with the ability to do it turn after turn after turn, can build up quite a bit of advantage. Yeah, you're tapping 4 creatures to do it, but again, when you're playing at the level where the decks are just a pile of cards, your opponent's stuff isn't that great either, so you have less to worry about.
Also,
using.
We have to take into account that we don't have much to work with here.
No, it's pretty limited.
Like, let's look at the other white cards. Acacian Lieutenant, Acacian Skirmishers, and Acacian Town are the only other rares.
Oh, the Acacian Trilogy. If you summon them all,
good for you.
Good job. No one's ever managed to do that before because they didn't want to.
Yeah, because no one bothered. I always did like how Acacian Town was a combo with Hand of Justice.
Yeah.
That's true.
I saw that in the real early Inquest before I'd ever seen Acacian Town the card. And I was like, wow.
But that says more about the Hand of Justice than the Acacian Town.
Yeah, because
I think.
Pay 6 mana to get 4 1/1s. That's not even rare. It's a rare, but you know what I mean.
At the time, I can see that being a rare, but it's 4 dudes.
Yeah, to get four different bodies. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Acacian Town shows off something else interesting about Fallen Empires. It had a really heavy tokens and counters theme. Every color has a way to make creature tokens, and there's all types of different counters all over everything in this set. Not like literally everything, but it feels like everything.
Yes. No. It's crazy. I just want to point you to Ebon Praetor, and I'm like, -2/- counters, but it also gets +1/+0 counters. Just without, I'm not talking about using an aura or a sorcery to. No, this card puts 2 different kinds of counters on itself. That is stupid. Now, which counter was this again? Oh, wait, was this the good counter or the bad counter? What you're countering my spell?
How many times do I have to tell you the green piece of dirt is the bad counter and the glass bead is the good counter? Because we had green pieces of dirt back then. Anyway, so back to white. Okay,
yeah,
so blue.
Yeah. Blue?
So wait, I've got another window here that's got the uncommons.
Okay.
Because Mike was like, hey, let's look at the set as a whole. So I did a search for the uncommons, and these are also...
Yeah, nothing really amazing there.
Yeah, I remember Farrell's Mantle I always thought was really cool.
It is cool.
But not...
What to do?
It's an aura that... let me read that Oracle text. When an enchanted creature attacks and isn't blocked, its controller may have it deal damage equal to its power +2 to another target creature instead of its combat damage.
Yeah.
So if something slips through, it can smack some creature extra hard instead of the player.
Okay.
And that X+2, if you're sneaking through with a 1/1, then that means you get to bolt something, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty nifty.
It's not, good. It's just cool. But yeah, nothing going on in white whatsoever. At all.
Even slightly.
Alright, so in blue, it should be pointed out that the deep spawn, which is, you know, the big blue thing in this set, it was originally an uncommon.
It was originally an uncommon. I was looking at it and I was like, why does this feel better than almost everything else? If not better, at least more impressive. I mean, for 8 mana, which is still expensive, it's a 6/6.
Yeah,
With trample. Yeah.
And activated Shroud. Yeah.
For blue, I might say deep spawn. Because if I was looking strictly at the rares, I would say the Voldavian War Machine. And that just makes me feel bad. Because...
Oh god, Voldavian War Machine is a rare.
Yeah.
I just have fond memories of Animals, Vidalian War Machine deck.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of neat, but Mythic?
No. So it's a 0/4 wall that when you put merfolks in it,
Pedals really hard?
Can kill people?
Yes. And if something happens to the War Machine, all of our folk in it die horribly.
Well, yeah, because when a Voldemort War Machine goes down, it explodes, and that's on purpose.
Many merfolk died to bring you this news. Good.
Good, yeah, awesome. Clues is suddenly happy and doesn't know why. So yeah, I think the deep spawn, even though it was originally an uncommon, is the closest we have to a rare. I mean, to a mythic. Yeah. I mean, we've got the Homerid Shaman that taps green creatures, although it doesn't tap to do that, which I just noticed.
Yeah, it's a really vicious hate card. Like I said, there's a fair amount of haterade in this set, in the rares and uncommons.
You've got the River Merfolk, which just gets Mountain Walk. And you've got the Vidalian Knights, which is the card earlier that Mike was talking about, which has First Strike and has activated flying, but it also has Island Home, which isn't even a thing anymore. Right? Like, it's been removed.
Yeah, they don't use it. Everything that used to have a land home ability in its rules text had just been errated to spell it out. It's not a supported keyword anymore.
Yeah. Nerd Soda said, "Put deep spawn and smash, you cowards." Oh my god.
We didn't go through and read all of deep spawn. So for 5 blue.
Oh god.
It's a 6/6 with trample. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice deep spawn unless you put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard.
Mike.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think it was playing with deep spawn that showed me that that's not such a bad thing.
So it's deep spawn's fault. Okay,
it might be. And then it has one more ability. Pay 1 blue. Deep spawn gains Shroud until end of turn and doesn't untap during your next untap step. Tap deep spawn.
So in a weird way, it's almost like the first Aether Lane. The first, like, really big, hard to answer threat that you could go in a control deck where, you know, you just counter all their stuff and then drop your big guy. And anytime they try and blow it up, you just go Shroud.
Yep.
Sorry, I just read what Stark said in the chat. Modern color hosers are like, deal 1 damage to each white or blue creature. Old school color hosers were like, light your opponent's green deck on fire. Also kick them in the nards.
Yes.
That's pretty accurate.
Didn't we do an episode on hate once?
Maybe. Like back in the day, it was like target player doesn't get to play anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we
did your opponent bring the wrong deck? Okay, go to game 2.
Did we do an episode on the evolution of hate cards, or was that a guest spot I did on some other show?
I don't know.
We've done a couple shows over the years. So...
Just a few, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. So yeah. Vodalian Knights could, as the only creature with flying, like, it could potentially, but the Island Home just kicks that, well, in the Nards.
Yep. Yep.
So, so what was in blue in the rest of the set? Anything? Oh God, there was High Tide.
High Tide, but I understand why they wouldn't think that was even
Yeah, I
uncommon
mean,
worthy.
that's definitely one of the things where we look at it now and we go, "Oh God!" But at the time, I mean, Ritual's fine.
Yeah, at the time,
Tap
High
two
Tide
to-
wasn't even. No one played High Tide.
Yeah,
Dark Ritual's fine. Well, that's because there's no way to untap stuff back then. Like,
Well,
easily.
Candelabra existed, but there was nothing to do with it.
yeah. What are we gonna do? Play your deep spawn earlier? Maybe.
Well, now that you say something, I thought about Sea Singer, but then I saw that the controller that the control of the creature that you're stealing also has to have an island. So I'm like, no.
Wait,
Or
really?
you both have to have an island.
Yeah, you both have to have an island.
Gain control of target creature whose controller controls an island for as long as you control Sea Singer, and Sea Singer remains tapped. Yep. Wow, I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah.
That's cool. You just play Spreading Seas, and then you can take whatever the hell you want, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Just wait for Spraying Seas to be printed in what? Onslaught?
Like a lot of years.
I think there were a couple of cards at this point that could change basic land types.
Yeah, there were. If not at this point, then soon afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We also had Homerid Spawning Bed, which is still not good.
Yay.
Oh, it always bothered me that Homerid Spawning Bed made Camerid tokens. Like, damn it.
For some reason, they didn't want them to be Homerid tokens. For some reason, they wanted to differentiate them from the Homerids, even though, like, the Camerids are larval Homerids, but for some reason, they just didn't want to call them that.
Because they hate consistency.
I guess.
And then there's Tidal Influence, which actually could potentially be mythic just because of how weird it is.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a red rare enchantment, you know?
Yeah.
So Tidal Influence for 2 and a blue. Oh god. Okay, you can cast it only if there are no permanents named Tidal Influence on the battlefield. So if you want more than one, you've got to cheat them out. Tidal Influence enters the battlefield with a tide counter on it. Okay. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a tide counter on Tidal Influence. So it starts with 1. And you add 1 every upkeep, okay? Okay. As long as there is exactly 1 tide counter on Tidal Influence, all blue creatures get -2/-0. So when you play it, all blue creatures get -2/-0. As long as there... No. Yeah, that's what I just read. As long as there are exactly 3 tide counters on Tidal Influence, all blue creatures get +2/+0. So when there's 1, they get -2/-0. Then the next turn you add a counter and they're back to normal. The next turn you add a counter and they're +2/+0. And then whenever there are 4 or more counters on Tidal Influence, you remove all the tide counters from it. So it's like the tides.
It's the tide coming in and out.
Yeah, it's a cycle that goes and makes your dudes bigger and smaller with the tides. So low tide, all your dudes are weak. And high tide, all your mana, islands make extra mana. But
And it's a little clunky, but I mean, you know, for early Magic, the flavor is kind of spot on. So
yeah. So this could potentially be a mythic just because, like I said, of how bizarre it is.
how bizarre! How bizarre!
I hate you.
I figured. I thought we established that early on.
So yeah. But I think we got to go with Deep Spawn, right?
Yeah. Deep Spawn.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to... Oh, God. Let's go to black.
Oh, that's easy. Evan Praetor. And I don't really know that I'm joking.
Complexity?
Well, it's a 5/5 with trample and first strike for 6 mana.
Yeah.
So
And it's possible to grow it.
it's possible to grow it. For 4 and 2 black, it's a 5/5 Avatar Praetor. It has first strike and trample. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a -2/-2 counter on a Ebon Praetor. Sacrifice a creature. Remove a -2/-2 counter from Ebon Praetor. If the sacrificed creature was a Thrall, put a +1/+0 counter on Ebon Praetor. Activate this ability only during your upkeep and only once each turn. It's clearly the Oracle text because the printed text conveys that. But so it's a decent sized creature. It's an avatar, and I feel like certain creature types are like evoke certain things versus others. Like you hear angel, and they've started doing some angels at like common, but still most angels, most demons are like, whoa. And so when you get to like avatars, it's kind of makes you go, oh, okay. And this is, you've got some complexity issues, and you've got some power level potentially issues. I mean, this is the size of a Juzum Jin, right? So
with first strike.
With first strike and trample. So yeah, I think this might get there. Should I talk about the bunny? I feel like I have to talk about the bunny.
Yeah, it's presiding over some kind of, I don't know what's going on, whether it's some kind of marriage ceremony in the depths of hell or...
To me, it looks like, so the Praetor is the thing behind the dais, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
the guy behind the podium is the Ebon Praetor.
Right, and it looks to me like the demons, one of which is taking the shape of a giant bunny, and the other one is more traditionally imp-like, are dragging this blue-skinned Navi-looking thing before the Praetor for judgment. So I kind of almost picture like demonic bounty hunters, and they've brought this thing to the Praetor for punishment. This is how I read it. The blue one definitely doesn't want to be there. The bunny looks super serious, but doesn't look restrained. So, I mean, could be a forced marriage. Oh, you committed much sin in your life, so now you have to be married to Fluffles for all eternity.
No! Stark just pointed out the thing in the middle looks like it's trying to get away. He thinks it's about to be sacrificed. That's probably, that fits with the flavor of the card, too.
Yeah. But I think it could be mythic.
Again,
and
we don't
then
have
there's
much
the
to work with.
Yeah, there's the competition too. So
yeah,
I remember Daryl Ori was being hyped as something that was like supposed to be good. It's like, oh, it's a 4/4 for only 4 mana. It's like, but it sucks. It makes all your other cards horrible.
I mean, I looked at that too. I did. I think I've got to go with Ebon Praetor versus Daryl Ori, but I looked at Daryl Ori. I did.
Like, I remember Daryl Ori would show up in like deck lists and Inquest, and I'd read it and go, I know that I'm really bad at this game, but I don't get it. And now that I'm older and much, more in tune with the game, I don't get it. I think at the time it's really because a 4/4 for 4 was absolutely unheard of, and you just stopped playing spells after that and forced them to deal with it. Is all I can think of.
Yeah, or maybe like that was your only black card. It's like it was your win condition, some sort of stupid control deck, but like some stupid blue-based control deck, and Daryl Ori was your only black card. But still, it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Go feel bad about yourself, Daryl Ori.
You should, Daryl Ori. You suck. But like Thrall Champion, that's just a lord.
Yeah.
And lords aren't, and it's not even a good one, so lords aren't exactly mythic. Tarak Skate. I don't even know what Tarak Skate does. I'm not gonna lie. Hang on, let me read this out loud.
That's easy. It just...
Okay, so for 1 black, it's an aura that it says enchant land you control. Sacrifice a Thrall to put 3 time counters on Tarak Skate. All right. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter from Tarak Skate. If there are no time counters on it, sacrifice it. Okay. Tap enchanted land. Attacking creatures you control get +2/-1 until end of turn. Activate this ability only if enchanted land is untapped. Well, yeah. It says tap enchanted land, so...
Totally worth it.
Why does it have that last bit on there? Like
There
these
are
days.
reasons. It's because the original card wasn't written to give an ability to the land, so that's why they can't just do that in the Oracle text.
Oh. Oh, it says 0 tap land Tarak Skate enchants.
Mm-hmm.
But still, you can't tap something that's already tapped. So why does it have that rider on it? Is that just some extra text that didn't get removed at some point? Or is that really just there for clear? This is how much I don't want to talk about this set. I'm talking about this one line on this old-ass card's Oracle text.
That last sentence might just be there for clarification. I think it would work the same way within the rules if that sentence wasn't there, but I think it's just there to make it clear.
I see. Plus, the gate is a giant rhino beetle.
Wait a minute.
So there's that.
That's weird. It is possible. Yeah, I think it's just there to make it clear. I don't know.
Yes, because it's much more clear now.
Yeah. So what's going on in black in the knot? So this is the uncommons on the screen. We've got Breeding Pit. Breeding Pit is awesome, but not mythic. Hymn to Tarak is banned. Wait, no, it's not, but it should be. And was for a while, I think, wasn't it?
I don't know. I can't remember. I know it's not banned in Legacy now. I think if I do ever build another Legacy deck, I would want it to be something with Hymn to Tarak in it.
Hang on. Timeline. There it is. BNR timeline. Boom. Control F. It was banned. It was restricted in Standard in October of '96. And at some point, when they got rid of restriction, that was obviously changed.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Anyway. Then there's... Yeah, the rest of this is just not mythic at all. Torics Chant is more of that brutal haterade, though. Jesus.
Yeah.
When a player... Oh, God. Oracle text. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice it unless you pay a black. When a player puts a forest onto the battlefield, Torics Chant deals 3 damage to that player unless they put a -1/-1 counter on a creature they control. Okay, that's not that bad. That's
still
pretty
kind
bad.
of oppressive.
Yeah. That's pretty bad. Okay. Go get Richard Kane Ferguson to doodle on my Torics Chant.
That sounds bad.
It does sound like something that would send me or him or both to prison. Or at least be escorted out of the Magic Fest. Anyway, alright. So red?
Red.
So Dwarven Armorer is bad. Goblin
What about
Flotilla.
Goblin Warrens?
Goblin Warrens is actually like a pretty good card.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say Goblin Flotilla is bad. Org is bad.
Yeah.
And
Org
Orgs-
can be good. It can be. But sometimes it's just, ooh, it might as well be blank.
I mean...
But it can be really good if you can back it up.
Yeah, if someone has a 3/3, though, you're screwed. Because then your Org can't attack or block it. It's just... He's just terrified. And for a card whose name exists because of someone's mispronunciation of the word ogre, I seem to remember reading that somewhere.
Oh, that's cool.
That someone kept thinking that ogre was an org because of orcs, and so they made an org card.
That's funny. know if I've heard that before.
I might be making that up. So don't take that as gospel. But yeah, Goblin Warrens is actually really good and is an actual source of never-ending goblins. So, hey, what's Goblin Warrens do?
Goblin Warren, 2 and a red, is an enchantment, and you pay 2 and a red and to sacrifice 2 and a red and sacrifice 2 goblins. Create 3 1/1 red goblin creature tokens with something like, is it Mana Echoes? This can be, an infinite combo, but just short that, in normal combat, if you like attack and they block some of your goblins, you go, okay, sack those goblins and make more goblins. That can get out of hand pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
I love that there's one ruling
What's
from 2004, and it says the token goblins can be sacrificed to the Warrens to generate new goblins. Really?
Guess we needed to clarify that.
Thanks, ruling.
That's awesome. Oh, I'm sorry. I just can't. I just scrolled down and saw that. I'm like, seriously? Come on now. So what's going on in the... Okay, the red uncommons are a little bit better than the rares. We've got Goblin Grenade. We've got Goblin War Drums. We've got Dwarven Catapult, which, as one of the only removal spells, is freaking awesome. Unless they have a lot of creatures, in which case then it sucks. And...
like the Goblin Grenade and the Goblin War Drums only showed up in your search because they were reprinted as uncommons and other sets.
They were both commons?
Yeah, they were commons.
Oh,
that's why they had
God.
multiple arts. a lot of the commons in Fallen Empires had multiple versions of art. Most of them, I think. Nearly all.
Oh man, that first Goblin Grenade art is just bad. Sorry, Dan Frazier. That's bad.
Oh.
The Ron Spencer art is the one that comes to my mind when I think of Goblin Grenade.
Yeah,
the action shot of the dude with the giant grenade on his back.
Yeah.
And then the Christopher Rush one is the other one. There's the bad one, there's the one that comes into my mind, and then there's this one. Oh well. I don't believe those were both commons. That's crazy.
Yep.
Okay then. Never mind. And then there's Raiding Party, which I seem to remember during a Chewy's Mom Opens Packs. Mom said something about his butt cheeks.
Yeah, the orc thong.
Because there are butt cheeks right there. Boom.
Thank you for that. Thank you so much.
Rakdos said Dan Frazier was at GP Vegas, so I have 4 signed copies of that Goblin Grenade. See, now it's cool.
Oh, yeah. That makes it awesome.
Yeah. By itself, less cool. All right. Green, then?
Green.
So for green.
So you'll notice
So
there's
for
one
artifact.
extra green one. And that's because the Felonite Druid
Was also was
originally an
printed as
uncommon.
I got nothing.
But that's a pretty big ability.
Yeah, the Felonite Druid is kind of powerful compared to the rest of this.
What's it do?
For 1 and a green and tap, you sack a creature to turn all your forests into 2/3s.
Until end of turn.
Until end of turn.
But still.
So, yeah, like, that's pretty big. But, like, Fungal Bloom? No. Elvish Farmer? No. Thelonite Monk? What? No. Felon's Curse? Oh god, more hate. Blue creatures don't untap during untap steps. During his or her upkeep, a blue creature's controller may pay an additional blue to untap it. Each creature may be untapped in this way only once per turn. To keep you from paying a blue to turn your Prodigal Sorcerer into a machine gun.
Yeah, pew pew pew.
Like, that's not a drawback at all. Wow, yeah, green is really bad as far as, mythics go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Thelanite Druid would be mythic, even with nothing to work with. Would it?
It's the only viable candidate in my mind.
Yeah.
If we were forced to pick something.
That is true.
I'm surprised that Elvish Farmer is the only sacrifice outlet for saprolings.
Like specifically saprolings?
Yeah, for some reason I remembered at least a couple of others in this set doing that, but they don't. Like, for some reason I thought Feral Thull had 8 saprolings to regenerate, but no, you remove spore counters from itself to regenerate.
Right. Yeah. So let's go
I'm sorry, never mind. Thala Devourer. I'm thinking of Thala Devourer. Thala Devourer eats saplings to get bigger. Okay, there is one more.
Okay. So yeah, let's go look at the uncommons. There's Feral Thallid, no. Spore Flower, just fogs. Spore Cloud, just fogs. Night Soil is actually really neat.
Night Soil is a good card.
But it's not mythic good
There are
card.
much more efficient versions of it nowadays.
Also, it was common.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Doesn't Night Soil mean poop?
Basically. Man, I remember before I understood that token creatures disappeared after they went to the graveyard. I would have my pennies meticulously stacked up in my graveyard, and I would also be using them to create more pennies using Night Soil.
Look at Mr. Big Money here with all the pennies.
I still got nothing.
Yeah, green is pretty bad in this set, so it looks like we're going to have to go with Thelanite Druid just as the only thing that's got any sort of power to it.
Mm-hmm.
And even that I don't want to do. Oh, here's more hate. What's Stellan's Chant?
It's a mirror of Torics Chant.
It is, except for swamps and green. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot black and green a lot of times got mirroring hate.
Yeah, that was weird.
Life Force and Death Grip and such.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go to lands and artifacts, I guess.
Sure.
Lands and artifacts.
So, I mentioned to the guys before we started that this set contains one of my favorite cards, bare none, in all of Magic. And I had to step away for a minute.
Don't know what in the hell card he could be talking about.
And even when I have designed some of my own cards, or even gone so far as to create other games we could play, versions of this card invariably work themselves in depending on what kind of resources are in each game.
Okay, now I think I know what he's talking about.
What is it?
Are you talking about Rainbow Veil?
I am talking about Rainbow Veil because, come on, man. I love Group Hug. And this is just the ultimate, everybody gets to play.
I wasn't even looking at the lands because I thought they were all... Oh, there is an extra one here.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just the cycle of the storage lands. Whoops.
Yeah.
Ever since my first game where somebody played a Rainbow Veil, I was like, that's awesome. So Rainbow Veil is a land. Let's look at the Oracle text really quickly, although I don't think it's changed a whole lot. Yeah, it's a land. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. An opponent gains control of Rainbow Veil at the beginning of the next end step. So I get to tap it for a land, for any color I want. And then at the end of the turn, I have to give it to someone else. So Chewy, you're having some mana problems. Here, take this. Or I'm really afraid that Chewie's going to destroy us, and he's only at 3 mana, so let's keep him at 3 mana. So hey, Mike, give this back to me after you're done with it. You know, there's all sorts of stuff you could do with it. So I just want to mention that on a personal level. Do I feel it's mythic? I mean, it might be, because I know that we don't usually look at lands being mythic unless it's something really, really, really unique like Maze's End. But this is one of the only lands I know of to this day that actually changes its own possession willingly. There's the one with is it Exalted, where when somebody hits you they get it, or
No, it has a sort of a battle cry, contested war
that's
zone.
right. Yeah,
It sort of has an activated battle cry ability,
right.
and people can steal it from you. Yeah.
This is when you willingly give away. So, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
Rainbow Veil is the top contender because the storage land cycles, that just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, those aren't mythic, and none of these artifacts are any good, much less.
No.
Aeolipile.
Okay, Mike.
I love it. I love Aeolipile, but it doesn't qualify as mythic. I don't know if Ring of Renewal would have made it. I don't know. Maybe not. If your hand is empty, you just draw 2 cards, which is awesome. But
Wait, really?
yeah, because the discard part is part of the effect. It's not part of the cost.
It is.
Okay,
part
so
of
Ring
the
of
effect.
Renewal. Ring of Renewal costs 5.
Weird.
It has an ability, pay 5 and tap. That's the cost, 5 and tap. Then the effect is discard a card at random, then draw 2 cards. So if your hand is empty, you can just activate it to draw 2 cards, which is always nice.
That's so weird that it's not part of the cost. Huh. That's so weird.
Yeah. I mean, that just happened to be the way it was printed. And they try to stick as much as possible to what the printed text says, unless it just will not work.
Yeah, that's true. So how about... Oh, and in uncommons, the only lands are these... I don't even know what to call them. These lands that...
Yeah,
They enter tapped. They tap for a color, and you can sack them to add 2 of that color.
yeah.
Also, they're hanging skeletons on Havenwood Battleground.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you know. They're hard to see, but they're right there. They're hard to see on the screen. I think on the card, you're like, oh, look, skeletons.
Yeah, they're pretty obvious on the card when it's in front of your face.
Okay, so other than Ring of Renewal, these other artifacts, they're just... Wait, 1, 2... Okay, some of them are just like nerfed versions of the boons.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like Aeolipile is a colorless but worse lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Conkhorn is a colorless but worse ancestral recall.
And it's
Implements
interesting
of
because
sacrifice is actually like a worse Black Lotus.
well,
Wait,
it's a word. Yeah, because you can pick the color instead of it just being a ritual, a dark ritual.
Oh, the implements of sacrifice.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was going to say Conkhorn. It's not just draw. It's interesting that it uses what would become the thing for Brainstorm before Brainstorm was printed.
Yeah, draw 2 cards, then put any 1 card from your hand back on top of your library. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Elven Lyre is a worse giant growth. I guess that's it, though.
Yeah.
And then the Draconian Silex or Silex, or however the hell you say that word, is bad.
Yeah.
2. It costs 3. You pay 2 and tap, and discard a card at random from your hand to regenerate target creature. Oh.
It turns a random card in your hand into regenerate. That
But
sounds
again, if you have no cards in hand, it just says pay 2 and tap to regenerate.
Yeah.
No,
And
the
notice-
discard is... The discard's part of the cost.
Yeah, see, and I was about to point that out, because look at how they're worded. Draconian Silex says, discard a card at random from your hand to regenerate a target creature. That implies that it's supposed to be part of the cost.
Yeah, and
but
the
because
ring says
Ring of
and.
Renewal doesn't connect the two in any way.
Yeah, okay, I see. Huh,
Yeah.
well, how about that?
The grammar on Ring of Renewal doesn't try to connect the two. So that's why the Oracle text just leaves it as discarding being part of the effect instead of the cost. But the way the grammar of Draconian Silex is written, it's saying that this is intended to be a cost for this.
So just while we're at it, then there's Delif's Cube, which turns creatures attacking and not blocking. It turns their damage into counters on Delif's Cube. What? If okay, hang on. 2 and tap this turn. When target creature you control attacks and isn't blocked, it assigns no combat damage this turn, and you put a cube counter on Delif's Cube, and then pay 2 and remove a cube counter to regenerate target creature. That's bad on every level.
At least it only costs 1.
Shut up, Mike. But yes, it doesn't cost 5 or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah. I mean, being able to store up regeneration effects that you can just use anywhere is nice, but you really got to go around your elbow to do it.
Yeah. Buh. And then, yeah, as people in the chat are pointing out, we've got these two pseudo equipments in Spirit Shield and Zalon Sword. And there were a bunch of these not quite equipments back in the day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like Spirit Shield costs 3, you pay 2 and tap it, target creature gets +0/+2 as long as Spirit Shield remains tapped, and you can choose not to untap it. And the Zalon Sword is cost 3 for 3 and tap, target creature gets +2/+0. So, yeah. They were essentially... There's also... What was the... Sword of the Ancients or something? In some other set?
I know what you're talking about. Rune Sword?
Maybe that's it?
No, I don't think you could leave Rune Sword tapped.
There is no Rune Sword, so...
Really? What am I
Yeah.
thinking of?
Something else.
Oh, wait,
Sword
I know. I'm thinking of Toenose's weaponry.
Rune Sword. Well, Rune Sword is all one word. If you
Oh, okay, that's why. Toenose's weaponry is the thing I'm thinking of. You pay 2 and tap it, target creature gets +1/+1. And that was from Antiquities.
Mm-hmm.
This is like one of the first pseudo equipments as far as I know. Flying Carpet was another one. Except that only worked for a turn, right?
Yeah.
So not exactly.
Yeah, you couldn't leave it tapped. And is that one of the ones where if something happened to the creature, then the carpet got destroyed?
I think so,
Rune Sword is like that too.
Okay, so Rune Sword. Target
Yeah,
attacking
all one
creature
word.
gets +2/+0. Any creature damaged by that creature can't regenerate. And if that creature dies, exile it. And if the creature goes away, you get rid of Rune Sword. Yeah, wow, what a terrible card. That was from the Dark, so that explains that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh man, I loved playing with Rune Sword when I was a kid though, because it looks so badass.
okay, that is very true. Look at this art there, everybody. That's like the Black Blade, except not.
Yeah.
Wow. Anyway.
I feel almost obliged to make a Sean Connery SNL joke, but I'll leave it alone.
Your mother. So that's Fallen Empires. It's just not.
It's just not.
It's just not. Yeah. Yeah. OKFS says it's a pile of cards, just like all our decks were back then.
Mm-hmm.
So, can we do a Mad Lib now to feel better?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do a Mad Lib now to feel better, because that was just... That was not good.
So we're gonna do a Mad Lib,
Yeah, we
but
are.
not one that I came up with.
No, this is a listener supplied Mad Lib from Eric. And this is actually 3 little ones, but once you see what they are, I think you'll get it.
Okay.
All right. So chat, you guys ready to do a Mad Lib?
Since there's just Mike and I here.
Stark Maximum said that was the tagline. Fallen Empires. It's just not. Oh my god.
Don't put it past them to do dumb stuff like that for their marketing back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, we all remember Bob from accounting.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Bob from accounting. You know, he met the bad end of it. Was it Visardrix or
Something.
the bunny thing with the chainsaw? Yeah.
No, I remember Mark Rosewater talking about an ad for 5th edition, and it might have even made it to print, where, like, the ad was basically this Dear John letter from Sarah Angel talking about how she wasn't going to be in the set. And I'm like, why is that how you want to advertise this new set that you're putting out there for people to buy?
First thing you know about it, this one card you've loved forever, it's not there.
Yeah.
But what is there? Well,
500 other cards are going to be in it, but not Sarah Angel.
I am totally invested now.
Ugh. All right, so let's get to it.
All right.
So for the first one, dorks, I need an enchantment.
Torture.
Okay, that was
All right.
all right. Now, hey everybody, give me a mana cost. Any mana cost.
What? 3 red.
3 red. Okay, give me a card type that is neither creature nor planeswalker.
What are those?
I'm going to see what the chat answers.
Looks
Tribal.
like we got tribal.
Tribal.
Wait, we
That
can't just have
isn't-
tribal, right?
Yeah, you can.
What?
That's a card type.
Yeah, that is a card super type, right?
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's a card type.
It's a card type. Okay.
All right.
It just happens to have all the same subtypes as creature.
Weird. So give me a keyword action.
Scry is the easiest one, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Now give me another one.
Oh, no.
Hey chat. What you
Surveil?
got? Okay, I'll go with surveil. That works. All right. Give me a zone. Okay, chat. Give me a zone. Ow.
Mike's Zone.
Is anti a zone?
Yeah, this came up on one of the last few Mad Libs we did. Anti is a zone.
All right. Nerd Soda said auto zone. Yeah, give me the zone. How about another one? Tell you what, I'll just take library because it's already in the chat. How about another one? Mike's library. No, Fan says you're fired.
Exile?
Otherwise known as the graveyard.
Exile. You're right. Oh god, here it goes. Step or phase of a turn.
Mike's turn. I don't ever get to say it.
He's not wrong.
Upkeep.
Mike's cleanup step.
All right, well, he have to clean up then, since he answered first.
You know what? I'm gonna take that cleanup step. Okay. Give me. There's gonna seem like there's a lot of these, but don't worry, it'll go quick. Oh god. Okay. At least I think it will. Hang on, I'm confused.
You find a continuity error?
Actually, no, I didn't. Okay, cool. Give me a 3-drop creature.
Orcish Veteran.
Is Orcish Veteran a Fallen Empire's card?
It is. That's why it's fresh in my mind.
Oh, God. Okay,
Bad.
Orcish Veteran. Hey, chat. Give me a mana cost. 7 blue. All right. That works for me. Give me a creature class.
Minion.
Is that a class?
It's not a race.
Yeah,
Minion
okay.
is a job.
Yeah. I mean,
All right.
what do you do? Well, I'm a minion.
Oh.
Well, what do you do? I'm a teacher. Oh, same thing.
Oh. Dirk's not here to go.
Dirk's not here.
Yeah. All right. Give me a creature race. Nope. Mike does
Not
not
many.
count.
Hey, Mike, what's a creature race type?
Oh, I got
Oh.
beast. Okay. You guys are too slow. Okay, so Mike and Brian already got one. So chat, I need another keyword action. Stark is hung up on farmers from a conversation earlier. So while they think of a keyword action, earlier in the chat, Stark was like, "Can we just talk about Elvish Farmer?" Because like these two wizards are dueling. Like, I summon a farmer, fight for me. All right, exert. Exert isn't a keyword action, isn't it?
It is, yes.
All right. Now, chat. I'm sorry. I need another one.
Their Protect Go says Last Strike. That's a keyword ability. It's not a keyword action.
Ooh, explore is a keyword action. Okay.
Yeah.
These will all make sense soon. Hang on. That was keyword action. Okay, I need a card type.
Sorcery.
Works for me. What is this? So the keyword, the Mad Lib is asking for numbers pat. Oh, wait. That's over here. What is going on with my Word? What is this?
Oh,
Open
Word.
Office. It's formatted it to where page 1 is on the left, page 2 is on the right, and page 3 is on the bottom. Where's view? View. Print layout. There, no. View. Web layout. No, that is web layout. View. Okay, well, this'll do for now. Okay, so that was, what was that? That was card type. Okay. Oh my god. I need another keyword action.
I don't know that many keyword actions.
There's one that I'm
sweep?
surprised that
keyword
we
action?
haven't gotten yet.
No, sweep is not a keyword action.
Okay.
Ooh, search. Nice. Does that count?
Mike?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know.
Okay, we'll go with it then.
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, hang on. So that one was... Did I screw something up? 3 drop, and then mana cost, and then class, race, then a mana cost, and then 2 actions.
Yeah, Stark, you said sweep last time when we were asking for ability words. Sweep is an ability word.
Yeah.
But it's not an action that you're directed to take. Like the cards don't say, sweep any number of planes, do X.
Right. All right. I need another mana cost. Hey, Brian, give me a mana cost.
3 black, red, green.
Okay. That was what I missed. Okay, so Okay. Anybody give me a creature with flying. Stormcrow. That works for me. Not Stromcrow. We are not in South Carolina. There we go. Give me... What? A creature from Mirage? What? What?
Gosh, that's too specific.
Can I try and do this without looking?
Burning Shield Ascari. Was Burning Shield Ascari Mirage or Visions?
Oh, I don't know.
Burning Shield. Mirage. Okay.
Okay, awesome. That works. Give me a zone.
Battlefield.
Battlefield. Give me a legendary creature.
Grizzlebrand.
All right. I need another zone. Hey, chat, give me a zone. Recto's not you. Why are you always the first person that is responding? Is your internet just faster than everyone else?
Yeah, he and
He's hacking your
87.7 have been
computers.
first on almost all of these.
Good lord.
So the next was Command.
Stark said Spring Hill Zone. I like it. Yeah, okay. Command Zone. And now I need a power and toughness.
3/2.
3/2. Is that Burning Shield Ascari's power and toughness?
No, it's a 2/2.
Okay, I didn't think so. All right. So that is the second batch. Third batch. I said there are a lot of these, but this will go quick.
Okay.
All right. I need... This is oddly specific. Excuse me. All right.
A multicolored legendary equipment. I know.
No,
that
not that specific. All right. I need a 4-mana blue card, comma, no, not that one.
Last word.
What
Is
the hell's
last
the
word
last
4
word?
mana?
Last word is 4 mana. It's a
Yeah.
counter spell that can't be countered.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Man, I had a good one too, but I was too slow. Oh well.
I don't have any more that ask for a 4-mana blue card. What was your good one?
I was gonna say Breeze Keeper, but Brian
yeah,
said
that is
last
a good
word
one.
right before I started saying it.
Okay, so give me... Actually, no. Hey, chat, give me another mana cost. Moonfolk Heart is not a mana cost. OKFS said R. That works for me. What? Give me a card type.
Conspiracy?
Ooh. Conspiracy is a card type. And a card name. And a
set
real
name.
thing. What? And a
Checks
set
all the
name.
boxes.
Oh my god.
It's like it's a
Alright.
conspiracy or something.
Alright, so now I need a Planeswalker subtype, comma, no, not that one.
So not Tybalt then.
Yeah,
Okay.
not Tybalt.
What?
Pretty
No,
sure
Tybalt
that's what
works
it
for
means.
me. You said it first. Okay.
But he specifically said not Tybalt.
Yeah.
What? No, I said no, not that one.
Yeah, there's only one thing he's got to be talking about.
What? This will make sense later. Okay.
Okay, fine.
All right. I've got. Okay, some of these are going to be a little weird, but bear with me.
Okay.
Mike,
Mm-hmm.
give me a number between -15 and 4.
-12.
-12. Brian, give me another one.
0.
0. Chat, give me another one. This is so stupid. All right, I see 3. Chat, give me another one.
Well, there's
6.
start.
Works for me.
Wait,
Okay.
I thought you said it had to be between -15 and 4.
Stark,
So
you're
Dirk-
fired. So the next one is 1.
Dirk
Okay.
attack is 1.
Okay, so now I need. Oh God, this might as well be open-ended, but a keyword from Future Sight.
Oh.
That could be anything almost.
Gravestorm?
Gravestorm.
Is that what that was called?
Yes,
Yes.
it was.
If not, it should have been. So,
All right.
counts.
Now I need. And Chad is lighting up with gravestorms. And now I need a 1-mana blue cantrip.
Ancestral Recall.
Right.
I don't think that
Grave
counts.
Erasure. No, that's not right.
Yeah, that counts. Wait, that had the draw card at the beginning and next turn's upkeep, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That's what cantrips were back then, so we'll go with it.
Slow trip.
Now I need a 1-mana blue not cantrip.
So it can't draw a card?
Well, it doesn't have the draw card tacked onto it.
Does Dizzying Spell draw you a card?
No, it has Transmute. That's one of the Transmute, right?
Aha, Dizzying Spell. I'll look it up real quick just to make sure.
Oh, okay.
I think Rakdos might have run in there with Unsummon before you said that.
Yeah,
though.
but I've got like half of these are his, so it'll be alright.
Oh, okay.
Dizzying Spell's way funnier.
Is it Dizzying Spell or Dizzy Spell?
I think it's Dizzy Spell.
It's it that would be why I can't find it. Dizzy Spell.
Yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
that's right.
Does that draw a card?
No,
Okay.
it has transmute.
Okay, so now I need another keyword action. There's one that I'm amazed that no one has said, because it's like the easy one.
The Shuffle?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Is that one? I don't know. Let me look at that link that's Aquafus877 put in.
Is Goad?
I think it is.
What the hell is Goad?
It's something from the most recent conspiracy set.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
There's a picture of a homunculus on a card going like, "Hey."
He always hated crowds, and they always hated him. Yeah, Goad's on the list.
Weird. All right. So now, hang on, let me count these. 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, yeah. So now I need. I swear, I think I missed something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No. So now I need a zone.
Hand.
Hand is a zone. I'm typing that in the chat instead of on my list. Hand is a zone, and I need a zone.
Have we already used Exile? I feel like we've already used Exile.
We've already used Exile. We've already used Library. We've already used
Ooh,
Battlefield
stack.
Anti
Stack.
Stack. There you go.
Nerd Soda said comfort. I like it. We're going to get you out of there. JT, don't worry. Okay. So, this is called, according to the person who sent it, Eric, the Rosewater Mad Libs.
Okay.
Because these are card designs.
I wondered if that's where we were going with this.
Okay.
So. All right.
All right, so we've got Torture, costs 3 red, and is a tribal. Yup. Every time a player scries a card, that player must first surveil a card from his or her anti-zone. If there are no cards in that player's anti-zone, take the top card from their library and place it in the exiles. Place it in exile instead of scrying.
Oh, my head. That really is torture.
This tribal does not apply to the first card scryed by a player during the cleanup step.
Oh, good. This way it's not busted.
That does make it fair, doesn't it? All right, so that's our first card. Our second card is Orcish Veteran. It costs 7 blue. Summon a minion beast. Summon minion beast. All right. Okay, this is gonna be hard. Hang on, these are numbered, so let me just copy this and put it at the top so the numbers match. Boom. Okay. All right. So Orcish Veteran costs 7 blue. Summon minion beast. All right. So for 3 black, red, green, and exert Orcish Veteran, you explore target sorcery blocking Orcish Veteran.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, man, it's gonna come up all the time.
Man.
All
I've
right.
always wanted to explore that sorcery that blocks my Orcish Veteran. All right, so. All right. We can do this. So that was, yeah. All right, so now. If we. Are you ready? Okay.
Yes.
So now if we search Stormcrow, Burning Shield Ascari, and Orcish Veteran, you can search your battlefield for Grizzlebrand and put it into the command zone as though it were just played, but you have to shuffle your battlefield afterwards. Orcish Veteran is a 3/2.
Oh, good lord.
Does anyone know what that originally was? OKFS pointed out, yes, the first one was based on Chains of Mephistopheles.
That one was the Urborg Panther
Very good.
originally.
Oh, man. Oh.
All right. So now, the last one. Oh, God. I don't know if I can do this. All right.
Oh, I don't think you can be any better than that last one.
You're probably right. All right. So this is last word. It costs a red. It's a conspiracy. Tybalt.
Oh, good lord.
Right, keep it together.
Can't.
For -12, you Gravestorm. You know, like you do. Totally worth. For 0, you Ray of Erasure, which is target player mills 1, draw a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep, just in case anyone doesn't know. For +3, you dizzy spell. I don't remember what dizzy spell does.
-3, -0 until the turn.
Right. Or I guess you could somehow transmute it. All right, and then the limit break for +1. You shuffle all cards from target player's hand. Then that player shuffles his or her stack into his or her hand. So yeah. So yeah, this was a Robo Rosewater Mad Lib. Yeah, someone in the chat got it.
So I guess the definition of cantrip that Ryder was using was anything that would draw a card.
I guess. I don't know.
Because that was the prompt we were given for something that should have been brainstorm.
Oh man.
Yeah, and it weirds me out that you guys picked 0 for that one too. I was like, whoa.
Oh. That was I'm literally like crying, and there were parts of this where I was laughing, and I felt my like voice going hoarse. That was a thing of beauty.
Okay, if I said, remember kids, conspiracy loyalty abilities are activated at sorcery speed. So yeah, the 4-mana blue card, I said, I added no, comma, not that, or comma, no, not that one, in case the first thing someone said was Jace the Mind Sculptor, because this is obviously based on Jace.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And the same for the Planeswalker subtype. I added no, not that one.
So someone said Jace, like, no. Okay.
I could be like, no, stop that. Get out of my show. So, man, shuffle all the cards from target player's hand and then shuffle their stack into their hand. That's powerful. That's...
I like Tarak's comment. I counter your spell. Guess what, idiot?
Owned.
Oh man. That was funnier than I had any right to.
Right? I read this and I'm like... Well, first I had to decipher what in the hell he was talking about. Like, let me show you
Like,
guys.
how do you read it?
Yeah, let me show you guys what I'm looking at here. Oh, crap, I can't. Hang on. Let's go to... Okay, we're going to jump to a different screen here. This is what I had. So, like, it says... Especially this last one that says 1,2, 3-4, 5:6, 7:8, 9:10, 11:12 all cards from target player's 13. And I'm looking at this going, what in the blue hell is this supposed to be? But then further down it said their basis, and I'm like, oh my god, they're cards. Oh. Yes, Starks, this fool just sent me math problems. Yeah, I was totally lost. But then once I realized the format he was using, I'm like, oh, that's really funny. Like, this is the Mad Libs. 1, 2, 3. Every time a player 4 is a card. What? So, yeah. That's what I was dealing with. With that, like I said, once I realized what he was going for here, I'm like, this could be really funny. Especially when you've got to explore that target sorcery that's blocking your Orcish Vet. I can't get over that.
Yeah, but it's kind of an expensive cost to it.
Oh my god.
Well, that was a great way to end the episode.
Yes.
Right? And then searching Stormcrow, Burning Shield Ascari, and the Orcish Veteran to search your battlefield for Grizzlebrand.
But if you find
Oh, there
him,
he is.
then you get to put him in the command zone as though he has just been cast. Because I know the first thing I want to do right when I cast Gristlebread is put him in the command zone.
He's not even legal in that format. What the hell? So yes, thank you, Eric. That was excellent. I enjoyed that a lot. Do. He says, I couldn't think of a catchy pun containing Mad Libs and Rosewater, so they're just called Rosewater Mad Libs. But they read like Robo Rosewater cards.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's how Robo Rosewater, like one of those neural networks, makes magic cards with a Mad Lib. Just throws virtual darts at the list of keyword actions. Yeah, that'll work.
You know, I bet if you looked at the rule structure for how it makes cards, that would basically be how it's set up. It's a Mad Lib that it tries to fill out intelligently based on what it's learned so far.
And so the way we were doing it is essentially the dumb one.
Yes.
Stark pointed out Grizzlebrand is like Jaraxxus. He kills your old commander and becomes the new one. You face Grizzlebrand. Oh my god. All right. Well, that I think is a good
That's a good place to stop.
Yeah, that's a good way to end the episode. So, again, thank you very much, chat, for your help with that. And thank you again, Eric, for your I told you they'd be quick. Like, that's a lot of blanks, but it just runs right through them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So, how about some final thoughts, dorks?
All right, so for my final thought, I thought I would actually try something a little different tonight. This is almost like a sales pitch, so to speak, for what could be a segment going forward. I have not run this by Chewy, so he's probably going, "What the hell?"
What the hell? I mean, what?
But I thought I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, I wonder if this would be fun to do. But some of my proposals a lot of my proposals for new segments involve thinking about cards that don't actually exist. That bug has always been in me since the very beginning, well, what would this look like as a card? Or, I want a card that does X, Y, or Z. So what I thought about doing was I have created a card, and I'm going to tell you everything but the name. And I have based this card off of something, and I'll give you the category. And I want to see who, between the other hosts or chat, can guess what the name of this card would be. And it would hopefully be a name you could guess. So let's just give this a shot. So this card costs 1, a white, and a red. It's an instant. And until end of turn, for each 1 damage that will be dealt to target creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it instead. So now I'm going to start slowly giving you hints until somebody can tell me what the name of this card should be. This card is based off of a phrase from a movie.
This is a game show.
This is a bit of a game show, but we're just doing
oh crap. This is where it just keeps giving you more and more hints and the point total goes down.
Yeah. Until you just get to this. It's just perfectly obvious.
Oh, it's bar. It's bar trivia.
It's bar. Is that what it is?
Okay. It's that bar trivia game, basically.
Okay,
right.
so
give us the card. Wrong answers as time passes. Yeah.
Yeah. So give us the card one more time.
Give him the card one more time. All right. So for 1, a white, and a red. And I got to preface before I say any of this. Somebody might hear this and go, "Oh, this is exactly what the card does." Obviously, because I made it up myself. People might get into this and go, "I don't get that at all." But if so, then that's my fault. It's not anybody else's. So for 1, a white, and a red.
I blame Mike.
It's an instant. Until end of turn,
For each 1 damage that would be dealt to target creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it instead.
Okay.
All right. This is a line from a movie. It's not no pain all gain. It's not pain and gain, or no pain all gain.
Is it no pain no gain?
No.
Okay.
Is it some variation of pain gain?
No.
Okay.
It does not, in fact, involve the word pain at all.
Okay.
All right.
Is it Beatitude for Gains? That's not from a movie. Never mind.
The movie is an action movie.
Oh, really?
Oddly enough, that does not surprise me.
This movie, and I need to look up when this movie came out. This might... IMDb.
You can't handle the truth. No, wait.
This movie came out in 1987.
Oh, okay. So an 80s action movie. Yes. But it's a line from that movie.
Yes.
Okay. Talk to me, Goose. No.
No. And it's what I would consider a quotable line. It is not Hulk smash. All right. Get a little more obvious here. This line is spoken by an actor that would go on to become the governor of a state in the United States of America.
You are one ugly mother. No, wait, no. Okay.
Something sexual Tyrannosaurus.
Oh. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna say no to that.
That caught me way off guard. Glad I wasn't taking a drink or I'd be dying right now. Okay.
It is not I'll be back from the terminal. All right. This line
Fan says had the same idea I did.
This line is spoken by actor Jesse Ventura.
Oh, wait. Does OKFS have it? Wait, no. Jesse Ventura didn't say that, did he?
I ain't got time to bleed.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Nice.
He wins
Nothing.
nothing. You picked 0 for that one Mad Lib, so congratulations. That was secretly, Mad Libs sometimes have consequences, so.
Ain't got time to bleed. That works. Seems like it.
I thought about just doing just a straight up damage prevention, or this creature gains indestructible. I think there's a couple ways to do that.
The fact that it gets more swole makes it perfect sense for Jesse Ventura, though.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, but these things are very subjective. So if you guys thought that this was amusing or entertaining, perhaps we'll revisit in the future. But if not, then just let me know. And that is my entire final thought.
I would not have gotten that line. Because once Mike said sexual Tyrannosaurus, everything else that he said in that entire movie was gone. But as soon as I read that, I heard it in Jesse Ventura's voice. I'm like, he's got it.
Yeah. That was a neat little puzzle.
Yeah, that was cool.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
All right. So is that it for you then, Brian?
That's it for me.
Mike?
Yeah, no, not. Let's see. I don't know. I'm worried about the weather this weekend. Might be snowing kind of bad based on some of the projections. I was planning to go out to a thing in Raleigh Saturday evening, but who knows whether that's going to happen.
Last projection I saw was like upwards of 10 inches, which for here is crazy.
It's a lot. That hasn't happened in a very long time.
First snow of the entire year?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Saturday night.
Weather.com.
Be safe. I will be.
I think it was snowing a little bit in the mountains a few days ago, but I don't know if it's stuck anywhere.
I don't want the radar.
Because even last year when it was really bad, I don't think it was a whole 10 inches. It was just a decent amount that like froze immediately. And it was horrible.
Oh. 1 second.
We're showing a winter storm watch from 7 a.m. Sunday until 7 p.m. Monday, according to weather.com.
Oh, so it's already moved later?
But Saturday night shows rain to snow.
Okay.
I'll be damned. And remember, everyone, we're in North Carolina where it, like, the tiniest bit of snow just shuts down the entire freaking state. Especially out here in the Piedmont section of North Carolina.
Yeah, because it doesn't happen often enough for the state to have a bunch of equipment and other resources on hand to deal with it. You know, because if they had a bunch of equipment and resources, they'd just be sitting idle for most of the time and underutilized, and that'd just be a waste of money. So when something bad happens, it can get bad.
Huh. All right, then. That I had no idea that it was going to be that bad. So when I went out for my burrito earlier, I noticed that the roads all had chemicals on them, and I'm like, I don't think it's supposed to snow tonight or tomorrow. Turns out I was right. It's not supposed to snow until late Saturday night. Weird.
Yeah, they just got to get working early so they can cover everything. North Carolina has a lot of roads. I think, like, in terms of like miles of paved road, if you rank all the states, it's like California and then North Carolina and then the rest.
Really?
Yeah, for miles of paved road, I think so. I think North Carolina. I remember hearing that fact at some point. That was many years ago.
It's got to be
Maybe
like
changed a
miles
little
of
bit.
paved road, like per cubic mile or cubic mile, per square mile or something.
Cubic would work.
I mean, yeah, that's true. So what else you got for the final thoughts then, Mr. Sir?
Nah, that's it really.
So hey, Brian opened the bat. Which one did you open? No, Brian opened the frog.
Yeah, the frog. I got the lynx. Is that what it is?
I got the stupid
Bobcat,
bat.
whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, he's a lynx.
Okay.
Yeah. So Hearthstone's new set dropped, and Brian opened his actually earlier before the show started. We were talking about which ones we opened. I got the stupid bat, but that's a spoiler for the first few seconds of the pack opening video that goes up tomorrow. I'd even forgotten to record. Like, it popped up and it was like, hey, you got 2 Spirit of the Bat. I'm like, oh, not the bat. Come on. And I'm like, oh, I forgot to hit record. Hang on. All right, then. Well, then, that leaves me. So, hey, over on the YouTube channel, I've got my blind set review of Rusticon's Rumble, the new Hearthstone set, because I hadn't looked at the set at all, because the charity stream, and then Thanksgiving, and then, like, the next week I had 2 really long drives, and in an effort to try to keep ahead of, not miss a day of content on YouTube and dealing with YouTube putting strikes on my channel and all that crap, I just had forgotten that the set was coming out until, like, the day before. And people were like, oh, the set drops tomorrow. I'm like, tomorrow? No, it doesn't drop till the 4th. Oh. And the next thought was, I gotta pay rent. So, yeah, my blind set review where I went through the entire set and just talked about what was there because, as a first look, essentially, went public today, and then the pack opening goes public tomorrow. So, yay. And also on the YouTube channel, what else? I had some stuff from the charity stream, a Slay the Spire run, 2 videos of that, and an FTL run, 2 videos of that. Because remember, it was roguelikes for charity, so I did a bunch of roguelike games. So that means periodically there will be some roguelike videos going up from that charity stream for the next little while. Both of the Slay the Spire and FTL were both a lot of fun, so I decided to put those on YouTube. So yeah. FTL is a very stressful game. Like, a very stressful game. But it was fun. And then over on twitch.tv/themanapool, here, let's see. Yeah, right here, where you're listening to this live, if you're listening live. Hi, live viewers. Last night I streamed some more Slay the Spire and had 2 really fun runs with, let's see, the Defect and the Silent. Yeah, I recorded those. I think they'll probably end up going up on YouTube too, because they were both just fun. They weren't daily climbs, they were normal runs. And I managed to make the 0 costs build work in a normal run, which I have not been able to do. So that was cool. And then for the Silent, I went full poison run and spent that entire run on the edge of my seat about to die. So, yeah, hell yeah. It was good. It was it's very stressful. It's like playing FTL. And then, of course, more Messenger will be going up. Because I've got the end of the Messenger, the last, I think it's going to be 8 videos. The first one is already uploaded, but I haven't made a thumbnail and done all the YouTube stuff, so no one's, seen it yet. But
I heard there was some kind of New Game Plus content coming out soon.
there is New Game Plus content now. Some DLC is being teased.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, New Game Plus was added with the last patch, where you can, I think, you can pick one of your items to take in with you at the beginning. But also, apparently, you have to have the money to pay Quarble up front.
Yikes.
Yeah, so I don't think I'll be playing New Game Plus.
So how much is that?
I don't actually know. I wasn't paying attention, but I bet that upgrade that says Quarble, by the way, for those that don't know, when you die, you don't actually die. You are saved at the last minute by this little homunculus flying dude named Quarble, who then takes you back to the last save point. He's there in place of lives and continues, and he just follows you along. And whenever you pick up time shards, which are the currency in the Messenger, he steals it until he gets a certain amount, and then he goes, "All right, your debt is paid," and he wanders off.
Yeah, or until a certain amount of time passes.
Yeah, or until you die again.
Yes.
So, yeah. And in New Game Plus, apparently, according to the patch notes, if I'm remembering correctly, you have to pay him up front, which means I think it's possible to actually game over New Game Plus. I think. I don't actually know how that works, but it sounds too stressful, so I'm good. I beat it. When the DLC comes out, I'll play that. I'm good. 100%ed that bitch too. Yeah. But anyway. But yeah, that's the YouTube channel, and here on Twitch I stream stuff. The Hearthstone pack opening and set review and the Messenger, and streamed some Slay the Spire last night. All kinds of stuff, because I'm a variety streamer. Yay. I play everything. And yeah, I guess that's it for that. So, as always, if you want to support the Mana Pool, there are any number of ways to do it, including just sharing anything that we do, whether it's the podcast or videos or whatever, or leaving us some comments, joining the Discord server and conversating there. All of that helps. But if you want to help in a more direct way, then the best way is to become a lifeguard on patreon.com/themanapool. That sound you may or may not have heard was my finger popping really, really loud. Ow. The various forms of lifeguards are uncommon lifeguards who get a silver name in the Discord server because they're uncommon and get early access to the mana pool and YouTube videos. There are the rare lifeguards who get a gold name in the Discord server. Ooh. Get access to the early stuff and to the odds and ends, all the stuff recorded before and after both Monday Night Magic and the mana pool. That is uncensored and unfiltered. And the mythic lifeguards who get the early stuff, the odds and ends, and get the sponsorship shout out on both podcasts and on the end screen for all of the YouTube videos during that month. So I would like to thank our mythic lifeguards, Kim Ho, Andrew Hunt, Al, Paul David, Lance Delicious, Team U Hillis Are You, Connor Kennedy, John Morris, Alex Gonzalez, new name, yes, Jeff Spencer, Stuart Slaw, PJ McMullen, Sophia Brattain, Casey, Nathan Hay, nope, sorry, Fan says, look, I got into a rut and I was just reading, I'm the worst. Danny Liao, Jason Doan, Cody Buckawing, Jake Jansons, Jason Kaus, Gothic Man, Brian DeLucci, Stark Maximum, Keith Moody, John Parker, Violet Moon, Dan Holm, Bartle, Mike Millerburn, and the Beast Father, Aaron Goodwine. So thank you all so very much for your support. I quite literally could not do it without you. Not to mention all of the other patrons. Yay. I'm sorry, lifeguards, patrons, same thing. They're interchangeable, really. So with that, I guess we'll be done? Is that everything? Are there any announcements? No? Right, Mike?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, you're no help. And UMA comes out tomorrow. Really? Oh, Ultimate Masters releases tomorrow, apparently.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I did not remember that.
I need to figure out where I'm gonna. First, I need to think about whether I actually want to get it, then figure out where I'm gonna get it from.
I mean, it seems like the answer to that would be why, but
I don't know.
like if you just got money to burn, you just burn it, or give it to me,
Or buy 3 boxes of a different set.
or yeah, there's that. Anyway, so this has been the Mana Pool number 535. Thank you all so very much for listening, and go play some Magic, and be sure to search that sorcery that's blocking your Orcish Veteran.